My face is definitely not about to match my body. Welcome back everyone. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm going to be using the products that I picked up during the last Sephora sale. So I did a haul and then I've already done a first impression with these products. That's kind of the schedule that I've been doing on my channel. Haul, first impressions, get ready with me. Then I follow up get ready with me where I kind of talk about the products, what I've been thinking about them. And then I come back to do a collection or rejection video where I review all of the products and I decide what's actually making it into my makeup collection and what I will be decluttering. So I will link all of these products down below and also in the YouTube shopping button. And let me get you zoomed in and we'll get started. I'm going to use the Kosas Dream Beam, the Comfy Smooth Sunscreen. It says SPF 40. I've been really liking this one from Kosas. I feel like it just gives a nice like glowy finish to the skin. It's not like tinted or anything like that. Like it's not providing like coverage like a skin tint. It's just a nice glowy SPF. I think that it's really good for those no makeup days when I just want my skin to look a little bit more brighter or a little bit more like hydrated and glowy. Then I like to go with this one from Kosas. It does have a bit of a scent to it, which I don't necessarily love, but I think that it makes my skin look really pretty. And the combo that I've been doing with the Kosas and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Balm, I just think is so beautiful. It's making my skin look so pretty. So I have been a fan of this one from Kosas, but then truly like mixed in with the Beauty Balm from Anastasia. I just like this combo so much. So the Beauty Balm, I got it in the shade 10. And what I'm gonna do today, sometimes honestly I just stick it right on my face. Sometimes I pick it up with a sponge. I'm just gonna use the Makeup by Mario double-ended brush today, and I'm just gonna pick some up directly from here and then apply onto my skin. So this one from Anastasia is a pretty light coverage product, but that is what I prefer. I did a collection and rejection video recently where I reviewed some of the Makeup by Mario products and I talked about the foundation. And I said it's a nice foundation. It's just a little bit too much coverage for me, especially, I don't know, warm weather months. Like I just want light coverage, tinted moisturizers, skin tints, things like that. And this one from Anastasia, I have been using so much. I have what I call my like on-the-go makeup bag, because your girl is always on the go. Actually, as I'm getting ready to film this in just a few hours, I will be on a flight to Barbados. So I'm super excited for that vacation. But I'm also just on the go a lot around Las Vegas. I do a lot of events here and I stay with my friends a lot. You know, my apartment's like, you know, just like sad and lonely sometimes. So I like to stay with my friends. And so I like always have an overnight bag at the ready. Like it's literally anytime I leave my house, I always leave with an overnight bag just as like a just in case I don't know where I'll end up kind of thing. In there is always my on-the-go makeup bag, and this one from Anastasia has continually been in there because it's just one of those that I find it's really easy to apply and it's so natural looking on the skin, and I have just been digging this. So if we have similar foundation preferences, or if you're looking for something with a little bit of lighter coverage but that's still going to, you know, even out the skin tone, cover some of those imperfections, but just give you like a your skin but better type of look, I definitely recommend this one from Anastasia. I cannot stop using it. I'm taking it to Barbados with me. I've packed all of my clothes and my shoes, my purse, my hat, my sunglasses, but I have not yet packed my makeup or my skincare. I was gonna do that after this video because, well, and then I'm gonna film another video and then I'm going to finish packing. But I'm gonna take this one from Anastasia. I don't wear a lot of makeup when I'm on vacation, but of course I wanna be doing SPF. And, you know, for when we have like nicer dinners and things like that, you know, I do wanna have a little bit of makeup on, but not too much. And this is going to be perfect for vacation. So I'm gonna be bringing the Kosas and the Anastasia duo because I just think they're beautiful. Also with that one, if you do want a little bit more coverage, you can use a brush, or if you want it to be like pretty light, you can use a sponge. I go back and forth. It kind of just depends on like how my skin is. But I also have, I'm filming, then I have a dinner, then I go right from dinner to the airport. We have the red eye to Miami, so we're not actually leaving until 11:30, so I have quite a bit of time. So hopefully my makeup will last through all of that, and then I can take it off on the airplane because I'm gonna sleep on the first flight and I don't want to be sleeping in my makeup. That sounds terrible. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario concealer. Again, I reviewed this in my last collection or rejection video, and I said how much I liked it. I seriously, like, I love that Anastasia Beauty Balm. Loving it so much. But I also really love this concealer. I'm just going to use the other side of the Makeup by Mario brush. I was laughing so hard when I was editing that collection and rejection video, because sometimes I literally say things in videos and I don't even like realize what I'm saying until I'm watching it back in editing. I'm like, what did I just say? And I'm literally talking about this brush, and at one point I go, I'm kind of a hoe for makeup brushes, and I was like, you really just say that? And I said it with a completely straight face, like, no, like, just, and then just kept going about my business. I was like, okay, sure. But I do really love makeup brushes, and I do really enjoy this one from Makeup by Mario, and I like that it's the double-ended one. I haven't thought about what brushes I'm bringing yet, but I could definitely bring this one. I feel like it just gets everything blended super fast, super easily. For my brows, I think in that first video, I used the brow filler from Covergirl. Obviously, I didn't buy these from Sephora, but I just got these in. They have the brow filler, and then they also have the Clean Fresh brow liner. I have both in shade 400 Soft Brown. I do like this one. It's the one that has like the little paddle brush to it. And then it has, this one is kind of like similar to like the Goof Proof, a little bit thicker of a brow product here. This one, I feel like I get really full brows when I go to do it. It is more of like a pomade. It kind of has that feeling to it. And I just feel like if I want like thicker brows, then this is one that I go with. And then we also have the brow liner. So this one is, it's a pretty small brow pencil, but I still, sometimes when they're so small, I feel like it takes me a really long time to do my brows. But with this one, I feel like it hasn't been taking me all that long. And you have the regular spoolie on the other side. I've been enjoying both of these from Covergirl, and I just kind of go back and forth on if I have a preference. If I want like a little bit like thicker, fuller brows, I use the brow filler, or if I just want, I don't know, more standard brow, I guess, then I use this brow liner. I am so excited to go on my vacation. This video might be going up when I'm back, but I just wanted to make sure that I had plenty of videos ready to go. I have 2 already up for when I'm gonna be gone. I want to vlog my trip, and I want to film a travel makeup bag while I'm there, and then I'm filming 2 more today. So I just want to be prepared. I am trying to like fully make my comeback into the real world. I was like, okay, you took a whole year off. I say I took a year off when my dog got diagnosed with cancer, but like literally I've been posting this whole time, but I can tell I've just been kind of doing everything in like a daze. You know, I'm sure some of you who have, you know, gone through death of family members and, you know, pets and things like that, like you probably understand what I'm saying. But even though I've been working this whole time, like I upload videos on every single platform every single day. I just feel like I'm not doing it with the same, like, I don't know if I want to say mindset or what, but I haven't been myself, and I'm really trying, to get back into the swing of things. And I feel like, you know, kind of the structure of filming multiple days a week has just always kind of like helped me out. I mean, I started YouTube in 2015. In a weird way, it is kind of like it's almost like a comfort thing to me. And sometimes when I do my get ready with me videos, I feel like I can just kind of like chat and be myself, and the comments are always so supportive, which I definitely appreciate. But yeah, I feel really good with this trip. I feel like I'm very prepared. I feel like I'm ahead, which doesn't always happen. So I'm happy. I feel like that will, you know, kind of allow me to really just like enjoy myself while I'm on vacation. Like I said, I'm gonna be vlogging, and we have me and my friend who's going with me. We have like so much short form content that we want to be filming, and I want to do the in my makeup bag, and we have a full itinerary because we're going, it's a group travel trip, and my friend is one of the hosts of it. So we do, you know, we have like an itinerary and everything, which I'm really excited for. But I think that I'll be able to just really like enjoy this vacation, which I'm excited for, because a lot of my other trips I'm either hosting, well, yeah, basically I'm hosting all of my trips besides Iceland. Iceland is, again, my friend Angelina, who you'll see in an upcoming video and vlog. She's hosting that one, but every other one I am hosting. So it just kind of adds like obviously I still enjoy them and I still have so much fun, but it's a different layer of like making sure everyone's doing good. And to me, like I always like I'm trying to make sure everyone's having fun and that we're staying on track and like are there any issues and things like that. So when I have these two that I'm not hosting, I really want to like take the opportunities to just like relax and enjoy myself. For my bronzer, I'm going to use the one from Sigma Beauty, their matte bronzer. Does anyone else have any fun travel plans? I swear every time that I tell someone else my travel schedule, I just get like a little bit more shook. So this month I do Barbados. In June, I'm hosting a meetup weekend with my friend Anielka Nikvis. So we have 18 people going to Austin and I'm super excited for that. And then, so that's in June. And then in June, actually, Angie comes here to Vegas. And then right after she comes, my aunt comes. So I'm super excited about that. I love having visitors in Vegas, makes me so happy. And then in July, I'm going to Chicago. I'm actually meeting up with some of the women who came on my Ireland trip. A bunch of them wanted to get together in Chicago and hang out. And the weekend that they're going, actually the following weekend, my little brother gets married back in Iowa. So I was like, oh, I could go to Chicago and then bounce right from Chicago into Iowa and like be there for the week and help any, you know, wedding stuff and see. I haven't been back to Iowa since I moved here. I moved to Las Vegas 3 years ago. And, you know, all of my family now comes to visit me out here. So like, my mom's been out here, my aunt's out here, my brother's been out here, his fiance's been out here. I haven't actually been back yet, so I think it's gonna be a little bit strange. It's gonna be a little bit strange to be back there, but you know, obviously I'm super excited for his wedding. And then I get back from his wedding and like 4 days later I go to Iceland. Then I get back from Iceland and like 3 days later I go to Rome. I was like, ooh, I didn't really I don't think I realized Iceland and Rome were so close to one another. Didn't realize that. So in August, I go to Rome. In September, I go to Palm Springs with my event planning company, Creators and Friends. So really excited to do some hosting in Palm Springs. And then in October, I go to Greece. So it is a wild year. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for all of these travels. I am gonna use the Dior blush in pink. I just reviewed, or I did a video on splurge-worthy makeup, worth the splurge, because they're worthy. And I was talking about the Dior blushes, and I was saying that I love this one, but I keep reaching for my rosewood, and I was like, I should really switch to pink at some point because I feel like it's more springy. And I'm doing pink today. Listen, we're trying to get in vacay mode. I'm gonna do the pink on my cheeks today. But yeah, I'm so excited for all of these travel plans. I don't know if like my next year will really be as travel heavy. But I definitely, you know, since losing my dog and just, you know, it's just me, I don't have a partner, I'm now divorced, and, you know, without having her, like, I just feel a lot of freedom. My job allows me to be able to work remote. So as long as I have, you know, an internet connection, I can work on my computer, I can work on my phone, I can bring my camera with me and do any filming and that sort of thing. So I really want to take this year and have it be my year. And I talked about this in my last Get Ready With Me of, it's a big reason why I'm not getting another dog right now. I'm gone way too much. I'm barely going to be here in the month of July. And then it's like back to back Iceland and Rome. Like those are no like small trips that I'm taking. But this is really the year that I, you know, I'm kind of hoping to have like one of those eat, pray, love years kind of thing. You know, I was with my ex-husband for 15 years and that's a long time to be with someone else, and, you know, just kind of always putting, not always putting someone ahead of you. That's not how I want to say it, but like, obviously I'm always factoring in his thoughts and, you know, it was a partnership. So you're just kind of always thinking about your other person. Like, I don't have anyone else to think about right now, and not in like a bad way. Like, of course I think about like my friends and I think about my family, but I don't have anyone in that like partnership role to be thinking about in that way. So it's like, I can really go out there and just do what I want when I want. And I don't know what next year will look like. You know, so I just really want to take advantage of it this year and just do the most and see everything that I can see Travel has always been one of my first loves. I always say I was a travel major when I was in college. I have 2 travel tattooed on my foot. I used to read encyclopedias for fun at my grandma's house, and I would always, I would literally learn about each state, and then I would quiz myself. Listen, if you can't tell that I'm a giant nerd, I'm a giant nerd. But I would quiz myself on things like the state bird and things like that, and I would always have puzzles that would be maps of the US and then maps of states and then maps of the world. I've just always been really fascinated by the world, everything else that is out there. I love traveling to different places and actually learning, you know, even like with Barbados, it's obviously like, you know, it's a tropical destination and like I'm gonna be on the beach and all of those things, but I'm really excited to the day that we actually get to go into Barbados. I love being able to talk to locals. I love being able to just ask and try to see like what their lives look like, and that's always the most interesting part to me of when I travel, is just learning. The first out of the US trip that I took, I was 19. I actually turned 19 while I was there. We went to Amsterdam, and I really feel like that trip is, I already love travel. Like I said, travel major in college, and people, sometimes when I say that, people are like, how can you major in that? So what that meant was we would learn like all different facets of travel and hospitality. That was like the actual title of like the major, travel and hospitality. So we learned about working for airlines. We learned about working for hotels and resorts. We learned about working for cruise ships. We learned about working as a travel agent. So we had a lot of curriculum, and it was spread out in a lot of different facets. But one thing that we did was, it was a 2-course program. So I got my associate's degree in travel and hospitality, and then I went on to get my bachelor's degree in business and entrepreneurship. So I don't know, that's my college background. And I went to college in Iowa. Our curriculum for the travel and tourism was, our big project that we all worked on as a class together was we would create this trip, and we had to create and know every little part of it, from the flights to like how we got around in the new city, all of the different locations, like were we moving, did we move to different hotels? We had to plan the whole itinerary there. We had to know where we were stopping to eat. We had to know how to exchange currency. We had to like just all of these things. That's what we planned, and that was our big project that we worked on all throughout that semester. And then we actually got to take that trip. So when we started school in like September or whatever it was, August, September, that's what we worked on until March. And then in March, we got to go on that trip. So my first year in college, we went to Amsterdam, and my second year of college, we went to Jamaica. And we went as a group. And we got to do things along the way. Like we got to like work at the arena. There's what's called the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. They do like different sporting events and concerts and shows. And we as a class would be able to go and like work the concession stand. So we got paid for that. And then we also got like our tip money, but it was our teacher was collecting all of it, and then we got to put it towards our trip. So because to me, like I couldn't have afforded to just like go to Amsterdam, but they were able, because how we were going as a class, it was a discounted like rate that we were able to go at. And then if we worked all of these different events, we like, I think I ended up maybe paying like a couple $100s or something like that. But essentially you worked your way into being able to go onto that trip. So that was kind of how that worked. And so it was kind of fun because we just got to do so much as a class, and we got to do so much together. And then we got to go on this like really epic trip. But going to Amsterdam and having that be my first international trip, I think it really opened up my eyes to like, there's so much more out there, right? And I come from small town Iowa, so, you know, just keep that into perspective. But I remember going to Amsterdam. I'm 18, 19 years old. And I kept saying, that's weird, that's weird, that's so weird, that's weird. And I can remember catching myself on the trip, and I was like, Samantha, you have to stop saying things are weird. They're not weird, they're just different. They just look different from what you're used to. You know, like I remember like some of the restaurants would like close in the middle of the day, and I was like, that's weird. And I was like, that's not weird. And in Amsterdam, so many people ride their bikes. There are bikes everywhere, and that's not something that I saw a lot. So I remember being like, oh, that's so weird. And I'm like, no, it's not weird, it's just different. And I can remember, because we were there for like 10 days. It was a long trip that we were in Amsterdam. I mean, it's a long flight. There's a lot to do there. We changed hotels at one point. And we really like saw so much. We did so many museums. You know, we did the Anne Frank house. We did like there's like a windmill place that we went to, and we learned about the windmills and like the shoes and the cheese and like all these things. And it was just such a good trip, and it was such a good learning experience. And I think even though I already had the travel bug and I already was so interested in this life of being able to travel, I feel like that trip really solidified it for me of like, this is what I'm hoping to get out, is these experiences, learning about other places that, you know, I've maybe only read about, or maybe I haven't even read about yet in books, being able to meet the people that I'm meeting on these trips, and just being able to open my mind. I think I've always been someone who's very, like, I pride myself on being very open-minded. I pride myself in being very accepting of anybody and everybody. But I think travel really has had a lot to do with that, and all of the travel that I've been able to do, I think always kind of helps me maintain that I'm staying open-minded, staying accepting to others that, you know, aren't like me or have different backgrounds or different cultures or different beliefs, and just learning and asking questions and, you know, staying as educated and informed as I can. I really value my travels because of that, and it makes me really look forward to everything that I get to do this year. You know, from something like Barbados to Iceland to Rome to Greece, like, these are really exciting trips for me, and I hope to be able to do more. Like, I hope to be able to go to like Japan one day. I think would be so exciting. I would love to get to like Australia, honestly, like Dubai. Like, I have so many places that I would love to go to, and it makes me really excited for this year, and I'm just really looking forward to it. Okay, I just talked about travel for a lot, but I did pick up a mini of the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and this has just stayed in my clutch. I had to go run out and grab it, but I love this powder, and I said that I wanted to get a mini because I like to keep this in my bag. That way, if I ever need to do touch-ups, it's super easy to fit in there. So I've been loving this powder. I mean, I've had it and I've repurchased it for years, and I'll always think it's great. Okay, before we get started on eyes, I'm just gonna spray my face with my Fix Plus. And then I'm gonna do something pretty simple with the eyes today. Again, I just did that splurge-worthy makeup video, and I was talking about the Surratt Souffle eyeshadows, and I was like, I feel like this is one of those shadows that I don't put a lot into my videos, and I don't really know why. So I had it sitting out, and I was like, I'm going to use it today so I can show you how pretty it is. So this is one of their souffle shadows in Grwm. So this is like, it's like a very like bouncy, moussey texture type of shadow. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit, and I love one and done eyeshadows, and so I'm just going to use this and run that all over my lid here. This is like it's like a bronzy shade, but it's also kind of like cool toned at the same time. It has a little bit of sparkle in it, but again, I just love a good like one and done shadow when I don't want to like be blending for a million hours, and I just want something that I can easily swipe onto my eye. These ones from Surratt are a good option. You can use a brush. I typically just end up using my finger like so, and it's super easy. So got that shadow down. You can see it's just like, it's like bronzy, cool tone, has a little bit of like gold shimmer to it. Super easy to use, and I've been enjoying that one. And I'm also going to use from Surratt, maybe it's on my desk, their eyeliner. This is their Inner Light Baton. So it's just like a beige eyeliner. So it just kind of helps open up the eyes a bit. Now for my lower lash line, I'm just going to come into the Cool Neutrals from Sigma. And I just use like Fossil and Harvest. I use these as a combo on my lower lash line quite a bit. Like when I use like any single shadows, I typically will come in and like use these two shades just to smoke out the lower lash line. And then for my mascara, I'm gonna use the one from Rare Beauty. I picked up another one of these in these sales, so I'm just finishing off this one that I currently have. All right, eyes are done. For lips, in the last video, I was using the Huda Beauty Full Filler Gloss. Been really loving this one, highly recommend. I've done a lot of like lip duo videos with this one. So today I'm gonna use this one here. This is from the brand Simihaze, and this is their Velvet Blur Matte Lipstick Balm in the shade Windburn. So that's what we're gonna go with today because I haven't used this one as much, but I'm first gonna use the Makeup Forever lip liner, and this is an Anywhere Caffeine. Been loving this one. This is like one of my only lip liners that I've been wearing recently. To apply, it's very long wearing. There's a lot of times where I use this and line my lips and then fill them in like lipstick and then just leave it at that. This is, I bought this off of so many of your recommendations and I'm so glad that I did. Beautiful. So this is my first product that I've tried from the brand Simihaze. I hadn't heard from them before. It's one of those things like I was scrolling on Sephora and I was like, oh, that's interesting packaging. Looks like it was started by two sisters and they mentioned in one of their videos that Windburn was their favorite shade. So I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And I like that it's a matte lipstick. I prefer either a matte or a gloss. Like I don't really like a satin lipstick. Apply like so, and then I'm going to have a little bit here to blend like so. Right, and then after that, this is the final makeup look. This is how I will be showing up at the airport before I take off all of my makeup so I can sleep on the plane. But these are the products that I picked up in the Sephora haul, and honestly I think my Sephora haul was really successful. I did also get the Kayali perfume in Yum Pistacchio. I've also really been liking this one a lot. But the Kosas SPF and the Anastasia Beauty Balm, like loving this combo so much. All of my lip products have been working out really well for me. I also got a Merit lipstick. The Gissu lip oil I've really been enjoying as well. The Hollywood Vixen from Charlotte Tilbury, I've been raving about this one also. So yeah, I think my Sephora haul was pretty darn successful. I hope you enjoyed seeing this get ready with me. I'll see you in my next one.